Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to talk about some of the most amazing human inventions that have saved millions of lives. Before these inventions existed, people faced serious challenges and even life-threatening conditions. Make sure to watch until the end and let us know in the comments which invention you think is the most important. 1. Pacemaker. Before the pacemaker, people with irregular heartbeats or heart failure had very few options. Many of them suffered from extreme fatigue, dizziness, and even sudden death. Doctors tried using medication or even surgery, but these methods were not always effective. The pacemaker changed everything. It is a small device that is implanted in the chest and sends electrical impulses to the heart to regulate its rhythm. Modern pacemakers are even more advanced, adjusting automatically based on the body's needs. Thanks to this invention, millions of people with heart conditions can live normal lives. 2. Antibiotics. Before antibiotics were discovered, bacterial infections were one of the leading causes of death. Even a simple wound or sore throat could turn deadly. Diseases like pneumonia, tuberculosis, and syphilis had no reliable treatment, and doctors relied on herbal remedies or bloodletting, which were often ineffective. In 1928, Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, the first antibiotic. This discovery revolutionized medicine, allowing doctors to treat infections quickly and effectively. Today, antibiotics continue to save millions of lives, although antibiotic resistance is becoming a new challenge. 3. X-ray machine. Before the X-ray was invented, doctors had no way of seeing inside the human body without surgery. Diagnosing broken bones, lung infections, or internal injuries was extremely difficult, often leading to misdiagnosis or delayed treatment. In 1895, Wilhelm Röntgen discovered X-rays by accident while experimenting with cathode rays. His discovery allowed doctors to take images of bones and organs, greatly improving diagnosis and treatment. Today, X-rays are used in hospitals worldwide, and advanced versions like CT scans and MRIs provide even more detailed images of the human body. 4. Water purification systems. Access to clean drinking water has always been a major problem for humanity. Before purification systems were developed, people drank water from rivers, wells, or lakes, which were often contaminated with bacteria, viruses, and harmful chemicals. This led to deadly diseases like cholera, typhoid, and dysentery. The invention of water purification systems, including filtration and chlorination, has drastically reduced the number of waterborne diseases. Today, modern filtration systems use advanced technology like UV light and reverse osmosis to make water even safer for consumption. 5. Vaccines. Before vaccines, diseases like smallpox, polio, and measles killed or disabled millions of people every year. Smallpox alone was responsible for the deaths of hundreds of millions throughout history. People had no protection, and outbreaks would spread uncontrollably. The first vaccine was developed by Edward Jenner in 1796, when he discovered that exposure to cowpox could protect people from smallpox. Since then, vaccines have been developed for many diseases, saving millions of lives. Thanks to mass vaccination campaigns, smallpox was completely eradicated in 1980, and other diseases have become rare in many parts of the world. 6. Defibrillator. Before defibrillators existed, people who experienced sudden cardiac arrest had almost no chance of survival. Without immediate medical attention, the heart would stop beating, leading to death within minutes. The defibrillator changed that. This device delivers a controlled electric shock to the heart, helping it restart and return to a normal rhythm. Early defibrillators were large and complex, but today's versions are portable and even available in public places like airports and shopping malls. many lives have been saved thanks to this simple but powerful device. 7. Fire extinguisher. Fires have always been a major threat to human life. Before fire extinguishers were invented, people used buckets of water or blankets to try to put out fires, but this was not always effective. Fires spread quickly, destroying homes, businesses, and even entire cities. The invention of the fire extinguisher made it possible to control small fires before they became disasters. Modern fire extinguishers use different substances, such as foam, water, and carbon dioxide, to put out fires depending on the type of fire. This invention has prevented countless deaths and property damage. 8. Seatbelt. Before seatbelts became standard in cars, road accidents were much more dangerous. People were often thrown out of vehicles or suffered serious injuries during crashes. Even though cars were invented in the late 1800s, seatbelts were not widely used until the 1950s and 1960s. Studies showed that seatbelts significantly reduced injuries and deaths, leading to laws requiring them in most countries. Today, airbags and advanced safety features have improved car safety even further, but seatbelts remain one of the most important life-saving inventions in automotive history. 9. Insulin therapy. Before insulin was discovered, diabetes was a death sentence. People with type 1 diabetes had no effective treatment and often died within a few years of diagnosis. Doctors tried restrictive diets and exercise, but nothing could stop the disease from progressing. In 1921, researchers Frederick Banting and Charles Best discovered insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar levels. This breakthrough allowed millions of people with diabetes to manage their condition and live normal lives. Today, insulin is available in many forms, including long-acting injections and insulin pumps. 10. Wi-Fi and mobile communication. At first glance, Wi-Fi and mobile communication might not seem like life-saving inventions, but in emergencies, they are essential. Before mobile phones and internet access became widespread, people had limited ways to call for help in dangerous situations. In natural disasters, medical emergencies, or accidents, fast communication can mean the difference between life and death. Emergency services rely on communication networks to respond quickly, and telemedicine allows doctors to provide remote care. Thanks to these inventions, help is always just a phone call away. These inventions show how human creativity and science can make the world a safer place. Before they existed, people faced serious dangers, and many of the diseases and problems we take for granted today were deadly. Some of them are small, some are complex, but all of them have saved millions of lives. Which one do you think is the most important? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing videos. See you in the next one.